everyone, my name is Danielle, and welcome to another episode of Board Game Bakes. This week we're going to feature Sorcerer's Arena, and this is the Epic Alliance's core box. It's based off of a video game, and now you can play as a board game too. So you're able to move and attack, and either you and a teammate or by yourself is to try and defeat the other team and get the most points. So I don't know about you, but this box, it just screamed to me. It said, I want to be cake. So I obliged. Except we're going to try and make it a little bit more epic and make it so it has a lid that you can lift up and have light coming out like the game wants to burst out. Yeah. So for the base, we're going to do a vanilla cake with a cinnamon brown sugar frosting. And then instead of trying to do a cake on top, which I feel like will be a little flimsy, we're going to make it out of Rice Krispies. And we're going to also cover that whole thing in fondant and decorate it to look like the box. Let's get started. Let the magic begin. Start by making some yellow or vanilla cake. Find your favorite cake mix or your favorite homemade recipe. If you're doing a box cake mix, you could substitute half of the water in the recipe for milk and it'll make it a little sturdier and easier to carve. Add your water, milk, oil, and eggs and mix for 2 minutes. Pour it into a pan that's been prepared with spray and parchment paper. I love this 12x12 pan that's adjustable. I first saw it in the British Bake Off and love how it lets you pick the different sizes. This is about 8x9 inches. Bake at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes, since it's thicker so it takes longer to bake than a regular 13x9 cake. Let it cool completely before decorating. To make your frosting, cream 3 sticks of softened unsalted butter and 3/4 cup of brown sugar for 4 to 5 minutes. Don't stop too early like me, because you want to make sure that it's no longer gritty when you're done. This frosting is so tasty. I'm surprised I never tried making it before. It helps make the cake kind of have a cinnamon bun type feel. Once it's all creamed, add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt and give it a quick mix. Next add in 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. Increase the speed once it's incorporated and make it nice and fluffy. You could add in 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk if needed to make it easier to spread. For the lid, Rice Krispies are lighter and a little sturdier than cake. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter over low heat. Add in 10 ounces of marshmallows and stir until it's all melted. Once that's done, remove it from the heat and add in 6 cups of Rice Krispies and stir. Pour that into a 13x9 pan that's already been sprayed with cooking spray so it won't stick. And then use wax or parchment paper to push it down so you have a flat top. Hi everyone! Thanks for watching. If you want to, you can give the video a like and share it with your friends. Thanks! Let the decorating begin. Take a batch of marshmallow fondant and dye it a purplish pink color to match your box. If you have time to let it sit, the color usually deepens over time. Unlike a lot of my cakes, the decorating is going to be done right onto the fondant after it's been applied to the cake. Level your cake, or in this case, shave off 1/3 of your cake. Wow! Take the rest of your cake and cut it in half. Apply a little frosting onto the cake board to get your cake to stick. Put your bottom layer of cake and apply a generous amount of frosting. Instead of freezing the large chunk I shaved off, I chose to apply more frosting and then flip the cake upside down so I'd have the flat part on top. Made sense to me. Apply a thin coat of icing over your cake as a crumb coat and let it sit in the fridge until it's firm to the touch. Apply a thicker coat of icing on top once it's already firm, and then you want to try and make your cake as rectangular as possible, so you want those straight edges and sharp corners. Measure your final cake dimensions, and you're going to cut a piece of Rice Krispie from your 13x9 to fit that size. Roll out your purple fondant so it's 1/8 of an inch thick. Cover your lid with the purple fondant, which is nice and easy since the sides are short. For the cake, you're going to repeat the process, except you want to make sure that you cut the excess fondant away from your cake so that it doesn't weigh it down and rip your fondant. To get your corners, pull gently on the fondant and smooth out the sides, and go section by section and slowly make your way around the cake. Cut the excess off the bottom. So I thought it'd be cool to have light coming out of the box like you're opening some special treasure. To create a compartment, use aluminum foil to shape a rectangle. Cut out a rectangle from the back area of your cake, and then put in your aluminum foil, and voila, you have a secret compartment. Okay, now turn our box into the game box. Your main tool is gold paint. I had to go and buy some because I learned that my gold airbrush paint does not cut it. This is Wilton's metallic paint. I'll put the link down below. You can freehand it, or here I was able to make a little stencil using my Cricut to get their ratios correct. Use it to add gold on the sides, and some of the rectangles around the top of the cake as well. I found it's easiest to use a cookie cutter and a ruler to get the dark circle and rectangle that go around your Mickey Mouse design. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see the gold on the camera, so you can use your edible marker to outline the one side, so not both sides, they're just outside one to get a little pop. Use a purple marker to add some depth to the shapes. For the actual cake, you get to use the edible gold to create the keyhole and put lines on the side of the box. Once your keyhole is dried, you can use edible marker to add more keyhole details. You could also add some gold or other details on the top of your cake, but you don't need to worry about that as much since the lid will be resting on top. Put your Rice Krispie lid on top and you have your own treasure chest of Disney fun! And it's tasty too! Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes. I hope you enjoyed the grand reveal of seeing the light escape out and seeing all the different components come together. This is a Disney game, so let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite character? I must admit, I have been and probably always will be a Belle from Beauty and the Beast fan, but that's just me. I love the books and the adventure. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Keep playing games and keep them sweet. Bye!